Daima episode 4. For once, I'm on time for one of these. Episode 4, Chatty. I don't even remember what happened last time. Okay, he's not half bad. Bro, this guy fights like he's an assassin. I'm just saying. Whoa! Legit? Damn, he at least Super Saiyan then. Hold up. If he's at least Super Saiyan, and we don't know who he is yet, so maybe he's someone super important, or maybe he's someone more typical. But if it's typical, that means Demon Romance really are Super Saiyan level. What the frick? How do you get this strong without ki? Isn't that the crap that skyrocket your strength? Isn't that the difference between Mr. Satan and Master Roshi? No. He's like freaking Frieza. So he has ki. He probably calls it something else, but he doesn't know how to sense it. Bro. That's cool though. Wait a frick a sec. Yo, don't that remind you of some fortune teller Baba crap? Hold up. Does she have the pointed ears? Because then you not his sister. You not his. I don't know why she don't even have ears. I think it makes more sense she really is Master Roshi's sister. But if she did have the pointed ears, it could be some story where she just appeared in this world when Master Roshi was young and they just grew up together. What? Goku wants to freaking fuse with someone? Could you imagine the show after Vegeta come? We get a baby freaking Gogeta. But if it's a different fusion method, are they even gonna freaking be Vegeta or Gogeta? The frick? We have two originals. You go say the Demon one's original and the Super Dragon Ball's original in the future. The Demon ones don't seem that big though. Wait, there's a freaking gym leader system. They're okay with you using the Demon Balls. You just have to beat them. That makes no sense. If no one's ever used them, maybe it's got like a Black Star Dragon Ball situation. Something bad happens if you do use them. You want to steal the wish. Yo, this man looks like some beerus right now. Have we met them? Have we met the beers people that I made up? Bro, they look like beers, man. Am I lying? Am I lying or is it coming true? This is hilarious. That's a little girl. The frick? It's freaking Konohamaru. That's the freaking whole episode. Okay, all these demons looking the same. This girl, we don't even know her name. She's some kind of troublemaker. And I don't know if I take back the Beerus comment because, bro, those mans are so useless. But you gotta admit, they look like freaking Beerus. The yellow eyes. You have Beerus who's a cat. You have rabbit guy. You know, they're different animals. Those dudes could be the same race, different animal. So obviously, Glorio is bad. I don't know what his original mission is with bringing Goku to the third Demon King, but right now his new mission, in terms of getting the Dragon Balls, he wants to steal the wish for himself. He probably wants to make a crazy wish. Maybe he would want to do the wish for the third eye. And Gloria's actually the bad one in this whole show. Kind of comes out of nowhere. But knowing that he's willing to do something like that makes you question what the primary goal was supposed to be. This freaking husband and lady reminds me of BoJack so much. Since they made Broly Rio, wouldn't it be sick to make BoJack Rio and call him make him the equivalent of a Broly from the Demon Realm? Just make him some crazy fugitive that the Demon World was trying to catch, and he escapes, comes to our world, and this he starts doing his BoJack crap, then gets sealed in the planet. If that still holds up. But actually, let me see BoJack's ears. Because I swear I saw BoJack's ears in Sparking Zero. And yeah, they're pointed. Darn, we already had Cell Max, right? I'm just saying, who should fight a BoJack if you were to pop up an arc? You could bring it full circle and just make freaking Beast Gohan fight him. Are they all pointed? Damn, bruh. Wouldn't that be a crazy match? So in the original story, he's just around Super Saiyan 2 level. But when he comes back in Super, man is freaking Jiren level. You need Beast Gohan. Like, you see BoJack and Broly equal, fighting it out. Is it okay to rehash stories? I don't know. When does rehashing a story start to be monotonous rather than creative? I don't know. But you don't need all that. Just bringing him back is enough. You could do fun things after that. Let's see the preview. Okay, we're gonna see this man again next part. And here's the third Demon King. Does he look recognizable? Nah, bro, you just look kind of weird. He's either the Demon King or one of the Tamagotchis. I guess the biggest thing that came out of this episode is the idea that the Demon Dragon Balls are the first ones ever made, the originals. They obviously know about the Super Dragon Balls when they wrote that line in. So what's the real answer to this? Because Demon Dragon Balls made by Stinky Namekian was what? Maybe 10,000 years ago at most? The Super Dragon Balls made by Zalama would be like freaking like 8 billion years ago or something. The way I see it is Zalama would have been some great demon wizard magician dude that showed up one day in our side of the universe and became ingratiated with all the gods. They liked him. Then he started to make these Super Dragon Balls that can grant wishes, which I'll say comes from his magical powers. The gods are like, what the frick, this rival stuff we can do. We love the Dragon Balls. Maybe it was just the Universe 6 and 7 gods that really liked it, so he split it among them. If we're to think what we think, Zalama should be an ancient Namekian, a freaking godly Namekian. So put that on the back burner. What makes more sense to me is, meanwhile, for millions of years, the Namekians are living in the demon realm, where eventually Stinky Namekian makes the Demon Dragon Balls. Then shortly after that, a group of Namekians escape widespread. They come onto planet Namek. Then they catch wind of the Super Dragon Balls, start to break them down, and make their Namekian balls. So there's an order here, at least in my head. Super Dragon Balls, way at the start of everything. Then only way later, Demon Dragon Balls. Super Dragon Balls kind of throw a wrench in everything, but I do wonder what the frick the Demon Dragon would look like. It could look like a pipsqueak version of Super Shenron, but it's like all purple and black. Okay, last thing that comes to mind is, this is a sick idea. I just thought of it now. What if Zalama, because remember what I was saying about the angels of each universe being the first Kaioshin / God of Destruction until they find a mortal to fill the role, and that it doesn't necessarily have to be a Kaioshin, well, a glint that fills the Kaioshin role. What if Zalama was actually a freaking Kaioshin of Universe 6 or 7? Then when his time passes, eventually gets passed onto a glint that takes on the role. How old is Elder Kai? Like, what if like 2 Kais before Elder Kai, or maybe the one right before him, is Zalama, and it's not a glint, it was a Namekian that was on the sacred world of the Kais, who's extremely powerful and knowledgeable, and that kind of makes more sense into where these Dragon Balls came out of nowhere and how there's this mythical Namekian that exists. Isn't that that's a sick idea? Then you get to the Tournament of Power, where Grand Priest is just very casually using the 7 Super Dragon Balls as a part of the tournament. It makes it less awkward and more understandable if those balls were made by Zalama using this framework, that they all know who Zalama is, all the gods, especially Zeno and the priests. So they're like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, let's use those Super Dragon Balls from back then. It's been freaking billions of years, didn't anyone uncover them? But yeah, they were a thing back then. I think that's what's going on. That would be freaking fire. And so why they say the demon balls were the first is because I suppose generally people in the demon realm don't know what's going on in the outside world, especially something as mythical as these Super Dragon Balls, which even we didn't know about. Okay, I'm freaking done. There's freaking nothing in that episode, but at least I've talked a bit and given some interesting idea out there, whether it's freaking ass or not. Let me know what you think about my Zalama theory. Listen, it's my favorite thing in the world that they said the Kaioshins are nothing that godly. It's freaking incredible. It makes everything make so much more sense in my head. So I like my Zalama idea for that. Make him a Kaioshin back then. That was like Super Saiyan God level in terms of strength, but he was just a Kaioshin. Who knows? Eventually, where I want the Supreme Kai idea to lead down is someone taking the mantle from our Supreme Kai. I want someone else to be installed. I don't know who that could be. I don't know if Gohan really fits that role because obviously man wants to be a family man. Maybe freaking Piccolo. Yo! If that news come out that Zalama was a former Kaioshin, Piccolo is an incredible candidate to be the next Supreme Kai. What do you freaking do with this character? Now, obviously, this won't happen for a long time because Supreme Kai has a good role right now. They're finally making use of him. They're not going to, like, remove him out of the story in whatever means that is, whether getting him killed or just saying he retire. But it's actually incredibly fitting that after this news comes out about Zalama being a Supreme Kai, that then Piccolo is on the Sacred Kai planet more and more. It completely fits with him being Kami and at the top watching over everything back then. Then this starts to get into mad fan service, but maybe if he reaches really deep inside, he can make new Dragon Balls himself. Piccolo could be the Kaioshin, right? Or just a Kaioshin in training and make a set of Dragon Balls that's just freaking one. And he just always has it on him. It's not freaking badass? Man wears it like Kaiba, like a chain. He just has a Dragon Ball chain. One star, but it's all the stars. And the Shenron he calls would be very weak because he doesn't care about Dragon Balls in that sense to make a strong dragon. And besides, you probably have to be like a freaking guru or Dende to make actual strong balls. He would just make a freaking casual dragon for himself. This is freaking dived into some freaking crazy fanfic, bro. But think about it. I'm describing it that way to make the dragon very personal to him, like his own pet sidekick. And so where you could lead this down is a future transformation of Piccolo where he actually kind of fuses with his creation, the dragon, and he has a different form. So we have Piccolo, we have, what is it even called? Ultimate Piccolo? Is that what it is? Then we have Orange Goblin Piccolo. This would be like a form you can only use like once a year, but where he calls upon the dragon and freaking kind of does a fusion with his own creation. Becomes some crazy form. This way, you can focus on Piccolo being this wise character, but also show this secret side where he could be one of the strongest characters in the show. If I wanted to throw some power scaling on it just for fun, maybe you could say it's just under the level of the Clown God of Destruction. He's like the weakest one, right? So Piccolo in the Shenron form would be just under that level. Which would be so sick, right? Okay, who knows? Let's wait till next week. None of this is gonna happen, okay? What do you want me to say?